Happy Friday, happy Friday. I'm happy that it's Friday and work is over. So today, I decided early today that when I got home from work, I was going to color. I knew from the minute I started my day. When I come home, I'm going to color. And so that's what I'm doing. Um, and I think I'm going to color in Summer Nights by Hanna Karlzon. This one page that I had started with coloring view. So I'm gonna work in it. There's one page that I actually had I had a page in here. There's a couple of pages in here that were colored already because this book I bought from thriftbooks.com and it was pre-owned, and there were like 2 pages, I think, 2 or 3 pages that someone had started to color in. And I wish I had taken a picture of this before I colored over it, because I would not have thought that I would have gotten it to look like this. Although I'm glad I got it to look like this. I feel like I need more light. I don't know if that helps or not. I have to be very careful so I don't dump everything on my desk. There we go. I think. But anyway, yeah, this was like all this, like, I don't know, they had this blotchy burgundy thing happening in here. And I don't know why this did this. Why did this do that? Maybe let's not do that. Can I get rid of that? Cancel. Discard changes. What does that do? Okay, I prefer that better. I was playing around in StreamYard for whatever reason. Anyway, like, so this was like all this kind of, they did some kind of burgundy thing over there, and they used a marker, and they had gone like kind of over the lines. I don't know what they were doing, but it was like somebody just went in and blotched it, or maybe they didn't expect the pen to react to the paper like that. So I had to outline the chain with, like, I outlined it with a jelly roll pen so it would, totally get rid of, how they had gone outside of the lines with the image. So, and I just realized I have to finish this. I just noticed that they had started working on this part as well, so I had to work with the colors they had, and so I was trying to cover that up. So I think I spent so much time trying to cover that up that once I kind of redeemed this section, I was like, oh, let me go do something else. So anyway, I'll come back to it, but I really like how this turned out. I like it a lot. Yeah, they had also gone over with that burgundy pen on these numbers. So I did the jelly roll thing on these too. Can I turn that off? I don't know if that helps or hinders, but yeah, so I actually had gone over the numbers with the jelly roll too, and there's still, there's actually a little bit of burgundy bleeding through on there that I might touch up with this, whatever, this purple or something, but it's kind of like really small compared to everything else I had to clean up, so I don't even mind that being there too much. I don't know, we'll see what we do. But I'm going to work on this page. Not this page. This page. I got the hair clip keeping the page down. Because it's kind of... Oh, it was either that or a clothespin. I was going to use one or the other. I don't know. So let's see. What did I do? So on this one, I used an Arteza brush pen, a gray one, to like do this background. This isn't the gray, but this is the pen that I used. They're watercolor pens that I've had for, I think, I actually saw my purchase the other day. 2018, I might have bought them. And never really used them too much. But I used the gray one as a background, and then I started going over in pencil. And I wanted to kind of give the idea that it's almost like between daylight and nighttime. So when the sky is kind of different colors in certain spots. So that was kind of what I was trying to do with it. So that's that. So I gotta figure out where I'm gonna start. I have to figure out what color I want to make these guys, because I'm not quite sure. Is this the focus? Oh, that helped. And these things, I can't figure out what they are. Are they supposed to be leaves or unbudded flowers? I have no idea, so I'm not sure how to color them. I don't know. These almost look like daylilies in a way, the flowers. But I haven't really had daylilies before in real life in my yard, so I don't know exactly how they look. But I think I'll make this flower down here turquoise, because I kind of wanted to alternate with whatever the background is. So, but be one of the colors in the background. That's what I'm trying to do. What I'm aiming for. So let's see. Maybe I'll put red in the corner and make this one turquoise. So I need to find a turquoise. I kind of put pencils away yesterday, which was good because there were too many, way too many on my desk. So yeah, so that's not out. Nothing's really out, thank goodness. I'm gonna find a turquoise that matches that. I think this might be it. Figure out if I want to do. I don't know how dark I want it, but let's see. I'm so glad this week is over. I have next week off, technically, but I'm still going to be working from home because I have a lot of work to do. Preparation work, cleanup work from, and yeah, so I'm going to be working, but I'll be able to stay home and do things at my own time. And then kind of plan what I'm going to make for Thanksgiving. I have some pretty big yams on the counter that have been there for a little bit, and it's time to cook, and I guess I'm waiting for Thanksgiving to cook them. I don't know if I'm going to make this. I don't know. I don't feel like making a sweet potato pie. Because they scared me again. Sorry, talking about braces. With the braces, they kind of scared me because they're saying, on the list, it's like you can't eat crust. Crust is my favorite part of pie. And, but I actually made a cherry. Well, my husband did actually. I took the stuff out. I just took out the um cherry pie filling, a can of the cherry pie filling, and a can of the blueberry filling. In preparation for, I thought I was probably going to make a pie with it. And when I came home, my husband had the pie in the oven the other day, earlier this week. That was kind of nice. I appreciated that. Um, those cans had been in the cabinet for a while, and I was like, you know what, I need to use them up. So I took them out because I'm trying to reduce my stock in the pantry so I can, restock with fresh stuff, get rid of the old stuff, or use up all the old stuff, and then get new stuff. So, and be better about how I buy things, not buying it on impulse, but having the things I need in there when I decide to put something together. Um, yeah, so what was that? Oh, yeah, so there's like one slice of that pie that's left. I'm not eating it because I think my husband ate off of it. I hate when he does that. Can't stand it. And I told him that. But it's like you cut off, like, the pie has a point at the end, like in the middle part. Well, it's straight. So I know he probably was eating off of it. And it's like, I don't eat behind people. I don't do that. Grosses me out. So I'm not eating that slice. Even though the pie was good, I ain't eating it. I don't want any extra organisms in my food. No, thank you. But yeah. So I don't know if I feel like making a sweet potato pie. I did prove that I can eat the crust. It didn't cause any issues at all. If you make sure the bites are small enough, it seems like there's almost anything that you could technically eat with braces on. Um, but I don't know if I'm feeling sweet potato pie for some reason. And I love sweet potato pie, but I don't know if I'm feeling it. I was kind of thinking of making, like, how you just make like I call it like a souffle or whatever, where you whip up the sweet potato filling really with an egg, and you make it really, 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 really light, and you like whip the heck out of it, and so that it kind of rises. I'm thinking of doing that in some ramekin, making that filling like that, so it's almost like a souffle kind of thing, and then putting it in ramekins, ceramic ramekins, and having that to eat, because I don't know. I kind of had the sweet potatoes to do that with when I was having, when I first got my braces, but I didn't have time to really make it. I didn't feel like making it, I guess. And I didn't have ramekins at the time. I had to buy some. So now I have the ramekins, and I don't know. I might do that with it. Maybe I'll mix it with apple, maybe, and which I've never done before. Sounds kind of weird, but like I do have a tendency sometimes, like, what do I have in the house? Well, let me throw that in there. What consistency do I have to get it to for it to do, what I want or whatever? So I might just do that. Put some apples in it. Um, yeah, another thing I wanted to do with those ramekins is I have some cauliflower that I need to use up, and I wanted to make the cauliflower like kind of cheesy, and make it kind of like a almost like macaroni and cheese, and make those in the ramekins. So it's kind of like cheesy cauliflower that's kind of like, I don't know, it's some kind of nice consistency like mac and cheese. But I keep that's the thing. I think I'm gonna make something, and then I like think for weeks, days, and weeks, sometimes months for for okay, like how am I gonna make this? What do I need to do to get it to the consistency I want it and to come out how I want it and the flavor, consistency, and all that kind of stuff. And so I um I that's another thing I want to do. I got all these food plans. All these food plans. Oh, I think somebody's here. I can't see you though. Well, not show your picture. I'll wait for you to finish. I think coloring view is coming on. So keep me company while I color. Yeah, so I want to make that cauliflower thing. I guess you call it what, cauliflower au gratin or something. And what would happen if I mix potatoes with it? What would happen? Then I also thought about mixing codfish with it because I I I am using this that good chop. I tried that out because I got a free, I don't know, I got a deal or something through HelloFresh foods meal kit to try good chop. So I did, and I'm staying with it, even though it seems kind of expensive, but I do like the idea of where they source their meat. So meat and fish and stuff. So I just don't get it too often. I just like I space it out as far as I can for when I get it. And so I have codfish that I got from there. Um and because I don't like salmon, and they have salmon on the thing, but I really don't like salmon. I've tried. I don't know. I need to have it a special way, but unless it's salmon cakes, I don't care. I don't want it. I don't know. I like the what do you call it? Salmon patties and grits. Yeah, I can throw down with that. Eating. Then I can make them too, but yeah, I don't like how people grill like the fresh yeah, no, I don't like it. I tried it. And even like that pink trout that looks like salmon, tried it with that too, because they had some in a HelloFresh kit, and I was like, no, it's not for me. I don't like it. I mean, I'll eat anything if I have to, but like if I don't have to, I'm not gonna. So that's just me. Um, oh, we're getting our turquoise on here. I think I'm learning how to talk and color at the same time. This is something I didn't think I could do. Because, like I said, I really don't like to talk, but I guess I'm getting the hang of it. Just shoot the shit while you're coloring, and just like it happens. So, yes, I got plans for ramekins. Plans for ramekins. I wish I could find. I don't know what the. You know, I don't know what like the word ramekins or whatever. I don't. I've seen like I don't know if it's Corningware or something like that, where they have these on the edge of the stage. Is that okay? Oh, look at the cute little critter. I think it's a mouse, but not a mouse. That's adorable.
Hold on. I
Okay.
hear echo. Do I hear echo? Did you say something?
I don't hear an echo from you.
Oh, okay, good. I said, oh Lord. Oh, thank you. That was in the Wondrous Creature book, Kirby Rosana's collaboration book.
Oh.
Mhm,
When
but
did
it's
that?
in another page. I forgot. I think, but in one of the pages they have the little instinct in the animals that are extinct.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I colored that. I didn't really. I want to color it again because I was kind of afraid of coloring. I was trying to do it a different way, but I want to color brighter. Darker, bolder. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good since I have to go back to work till the 27th.
Oh, oh, because you planned holiday time.
Well, we have off. Yeah.
Hmm.
We have
Oh,
off for the
good.
week for Thanksgiving. So,
Oh, good.
yep. So I'm happy.
I bet I would be too. Yeah.
So, how you doing?
Well, I feel. I mean, I'm not like sick like I was thinking you would get when you with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just feel achy. I got company over here too, so I'm
Okay.
out my new setup. So they're over
Mm-hmm.
often so much. The ones that gave me they brought the COVID in over here.
Well, they might as well
Yeah,
be there now.
I know, right? Shoot, and I'm like, well, I don't know if there's different strands. You need to still wear your mask. Well, you got it now, and I'm like, well, I didn't have it before y'all came over here. The fuck.
Yeah.
Anyway, they
Are
won't
they
guilt
taking
me or
care?
anything.
Are they
Hmm.
taking care of you? I hope so.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
irritated right now. When I get irritated, that's it. Let me go out here, sit here in the garage
Mm-hmm.
studio. Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Because
that's
right now I
good.
can't stand listening to anybody coughing or I can't. As soon as I hear it, I just like drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing it too, and I'm like, ugh, I wasn't doing this before y'all came over here. Trying not to be
Mm-hmm.
resentful.
Yeah.
I'm sure they didn't plan it.
Right. They probably wouldn't want to, but so
Yeah.
did they give you good drugs for it or anything?
Well, they gave me ibuprofen and Tylenol. I don't know what that's about. I guess supposed to take them at different times. I haven't taken either one of them, but I did take something like two pills. One, I mean, a syrup, some kind of syrup, and then another pill supposed to help for the cough. I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
it's Mucinex or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, I those are the only two I took, and then also, my regular blood pressure medicine. So, I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
feel okay. It's just
Okay.
hour by hour, depending really how I feel. But I feel okay overall. I really do. I thought I would feel worse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tolerable, and my
Yeah.
breathing is good. So I just have to hang in there.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised I didn't get it at all. That's what surprises me.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, are you so sick of that storyline over there, or is it just me? I'm so tired
Oh,
of it.
which one? There's like I don't know. I'm staying away from some of those storylines. So well, a lot of them so much that like I don't even,
Mhm.
I don't even remember them.
The ones with
I
the
mean, I
freshman
do,
class.
but what is it?
Yeah, the
Which
ones with the
one?
freshman class people and the sophomores and child, I don't know.
Is that going on again or
Yeah, the
still?
tea
Or
lounge lady, Jill and who else? The others, all of oh my God, it's so fucking boring.
I thought that
I
was
can't,
resolved the other
no,
day on
mm-mm.
Misty Velocities.
Nope. Seem like somebody's kicking it back up, and I already know who it is. I ain't gonna say it over here, but yeah, it's boring as hell. It's like, is this all you
Yes.
like? Ugh. But I'd rather them be talking about that mess than me. So hell,
Yeah.
or anybody that I like.
Mhm.
I don't care about
Yeah.
any of them over there like that.
Yeah. I'm staying out
But
of it.
me too. I just want to know. But when I've tried to find out, I found out I know everything already. It's nothing new.
Mhm. Yeah. I just felt like
Yeah.
it just sounded to me like something that the two people needed to resolve on their own outside of
Mhm.
here, and it's the best way to do it, and not with you know a whole chat talking, doing what chats do, and
Mhm.
content creators, some trying to help, some trying to meddle, you know.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just trying to get themselves in the algorithm in the beefing and the I don't know, just get their channel seen or something like that. I don't know. And
Mhm.
then yeah, it was just it's boring. So yeah, let me see what you okay. Oh yeah, you still going along. You almost finished that. The back part of it anyway.
Yeah, I might add some other things to it, but I kind of left it alone at a certain point because I liked how it looked, and I didn't want to. I wanted to see what I was going to do with the rest of it to make
Mhm.
it work with the background. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
I think I'm gonna do 2 weeks of Camellia de Rico because I've been
Mhm.
watching a lot of people's videos and that they're coming into my algorithms and they
Oh.
are just so fun to see how everybody's colored her artwork. It's just so weird that I didn't even know that a lot of the people that I like watching. Well, I knew Dee Dee liked colored in this book because I got the idea from Dee Dee. Every time I
Mhm.
see Dee Dee, she colored something beautiful. Hold on, let me see. Let me take this tape off.
Okay.
She's coloring something beautiful, and it is always from well, it's not always from that book, but it's usually from that book. Let me see.
Mhm.
All right, you see me neck down. I don't, I don't have the camera. I have it, but I don't know why it's not set up. I put the webcam right above me. Let me see if I can hook it up. I don't know why it's not reading it.
Ooh, that book looks big. Is it as big as it looks on the screen?
No, it looks big. It's a
Yeah.
regular size. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. It is that book. Yeah, it looks like it looks huge
Yeah,
from
the
this
way that I
vantage
have it
point.
angled. Camera angles really make a difference.
Yeah.
But I was just trying to, it's going to be upside down because I'm not using my webcam. I'm using my laptop.
Mhm.
So this is not going to be
That's
a
okay.
clear thing.
It's
Okay,
fine.
yeah.
I don't care
But I,
about
yeah, I did bring my webcam out, but it for some reason it didn't want to register it.
that.
Uh,
Oh.
I don't know. It's just weird. Okay, what is this? Oh, that's for my headset. Let me try it one more time. Let me unplug my mouse and see if it'll let me.
Yeah, it's hard to get that corner.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm feeling a little obsessed with this right now. Trying to get it corner. I can see why people be ripping the pages out.
Okay, front camera, no. Uh-uh. It's not registering at all. That is so weird.
Oh, I just lost a pencil.
Low definition, no. Camera, it just has. Oh, wait. Is it registering? Okay. Okay, I got it now. Okay,
You got
great.
it?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm not liking what I see right now, though. So hold on. I can put this back. Hold on. Let me put this tape back here, though. Put this tape there, and I can put this thing up. Then I got, what I got them. Got this cord here. So take this cord, put it over there. I can move this out of the way as much as I can.
I just
Yeah, I
realized.
just got one table set up over here. So let me just move these books. And move let's see my plaid shorts. Let me tighten that up right there. Okay. I have done this enough. I'm getting so good at it.
I
So
should have been watching because, like, how whatever you did, it worked. You see your picture, see your workspace, and that's it.
yeah, I got the camera, child. I got a rubber band and glue tape to a broken tripod stand. So you you figure? And I was trying to find a shoelace. I couldn't find a shoelace because I think I could do a really good job with shoelace.
You need some gum too.
Some gum and some flour and water to make some glue also. Girl.
Mm.
Okay. All right. There we go. So now I need to make sure this tape up here is on, even though the camera's not on. StreamYard does turn your cameras on sometimes. People need to be aware of that. So I could take the screen down and it's blocking all this beautiful light.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna see any light until tomorrow. It's been
Oh,
raining since like I don't know. It's been raining like all afternoon,
hmm.
and I guess it's supposed to snow tomorrow.
Oh Lord.
So
Keep that over there, child. No ma'am. Mm-hmm.
my husband's supposed to go running and shooting in the woods tomorrow. I don't know how that's gonna be. I think
Is
I
he
need.
trying to catch something?
No, it's like a training thing.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking, he's like, oh Lord, he just had his hip done last year.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I need to do some extra praying that he doesn't fall and slip on some leaves with snow on it or something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but Lord have mercy, we don't need that. But
So I was waiting for this Amazon package last night because they told me yesterday they were going to send it at 10 o'clock. So 11:30, they sent a message saying it'll be here today, Friday by 10 o'clock p.m.
mm-hmm.
Lies, lies, lies. And it's another Camellia de Enrico book. It's the collaboration book because I don't have all of her
Oh,
books, but this one will have some of the pages in the other one. So I kind of wish I had gotten to Camellia de Enrico as opposed to mythographic books.
mm-hmm.
I'm not feeling mythographics, but I'm gonna have to do 2 weeks of mythographics coming up soon
Oh,
so that I can get back into feeling them because I've got a lot of nice ones and they really are nice. I just need to figure out how to make it quicker to color. But then I got a couple of those books that the lady did the black in. I shouldn't have any problem. Hmm.
huh. I think I have a mythographic book, but I haven't colored in it yet.
It's very detailed. Like, oh,
That's probably
it's
why I haven't.
gorgeous.
Yeah, that's probably why I haven't
Uh-huh.
colored in it yet.
Yeah, and I like detail, so that's like tells you something right there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Things stress me out. Kirby stresses me out, and I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm trying to get a feel for what is it. What is it asking for? I don't know. Because when I look at like the way like the when he shows pages that are colored in at the beginnings of his book, and I'm thinking, well, they have a technique. They have something they're doing, and I'm not doing that, and I'm not sure that I want to do what they did the way they did it. But it seems like I probably need the same or similar tools, even if I want to
Hmm.
do something a little different from that. So,
Hmm.
see, I think too hard. That's I can't help it. I
Well,
think too.
I was doing the same thing, thinking the same way, but then I got more stuff just by looking at other people and just trying out different supplies. And then
Mhm.
like one day I woke up and I just colored this one dragon in his book. I colored it so perfectly, like I had envisioned it.
Mhm.
It just came to me. Yeah, it just came to me all of a sudden. And I haven't been able to do it again. But it just you just get inspired. Like every now and then I just want to shut down and just color Kirby because I've been
Mhm.
studying different techniques and stuff like that. Because at some point when you look at it, you're like, I can't do nothing with this. And then maybe like 2 weeks later, you're like, okay, I know what to do with that.
Mhm.
So yeah. And when I force myself to try to color in something that I don't really feel it, I'm not feeling it. It just never comes out right. It never does.
Yeah. That's pretty much all my coloring in Kirby. That describes
Mm-hmm.
all of my coloring in Kirby is like that. It's like
Oh.
that's why I kind of like just don't, I don't mess with them. It's like if it's not clicking for me, then it's like someday it will. It's not right now, so just do something else.
Now let me do a test because I got my headset on. I'm going to keep talking. Tell me when you don't hear me, and then let me know that because
Okay,
it should be mute now. Can you hear me?
I can
Can
hear
you?
you.
Oh, you can still hear me. Okay, so it was
Yeah.
supposed to be if I put this arm up on the mouthpiece that it
Mhm.
would make it mute, but that didn't work. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hmm. Yeah, so it's like it was supposed to like mute me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so I that's not a good thing to rely on. If you get a mic like this and you're thinking you're lifting the arm up and nobody can hear you, they
Mhm.
still can.
So you can't be cussing anybody else out on
Mm-mm.
mute, thinking they can't hear.
Yeah, it must be something I'm doing because it definitely said that to turn mic off while you're using it. Is it supposed to
I,
click or something?
I just hear it doing some kind of little flutter, like it makes the sound flutter a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah, because I moved the mic up to the up into the headset part, and you
Mhm.
can't turn it backwards. That's a trip.
Hmm.
I don't know. I gotta look and see what it is that you s- that I'm supposed to do. Mm. It would make it very convenient. I think I've done it before. I don't know why it's not doing it now. But
Mhm.
anyway, you see, everybody's complaining about StreamYard. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah. Blaming the Android phones. It's not the Android
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, they putting up a message. This person that's just signed on has an Android phone. I'm like, suppose I'd have been lying saying they got an Apple phone. Now you done busted them into a damn lie.
I
Yeah, I
was
don't know.
actually looking into finding looking to see if there's any phone that's like bigger, like that's
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just bigger, maybe bigger and flatter, almost like a pad. Because this is my phone. It's like a Samsung Galaxy S10 Note, and I do
Mm-hmm.
love this phone, but I kind of want a bigger screen.
Yeah, they got the bigger Samsung ones. They do. I saw them.
I don't like
Mm-hmm.
the fold things though. They keep trying to get me to get one, and I know Deanna nearly like cussed them out for she didn't like that her fold. And then I see they have another one. There's like some other one, a flip phone, and I'm like, I don't want that either. Like I don't know, just they didn't have good reviews either, either one of those. But
Mm-hmm.
I have like a small tablet that
Mm-hmm.
also has functionality, but then it doesn't. Phone functionality isn't the same as a phone, from what I'm
Yeah.
reading. So it's like, oh brother, I don't know. But I'm not in the market for a new phone anyway, so I guess that's the bonus. No, I just realized this is like sky. I think this is sky. Shoot. Oh, here's that gray pen. I was thinking I wasn't going to be able to find it again because I got so much crap all over the place. Let's do that now while we see it. So then I kind of was in the I thought I was in the market for markers. See, nobody can say anything because then I immediately go and start looking for stuff for what they're talking about. And when Sir Blondie Locks mentioned acrylic pens, immediately I couldn't get that out of my head, and I got obsessed, and I started looking. But what I was thinking of as an acrylic pen was not what I guess it really is. So I was thinking of something that was more viscous, when the stuff comes out or something. And is this where this came from? And so I I bought not only one, but I bought two sets. How stupid am I? But, I mean, they're useful. I know I'll use them, but I bought. Oops! I just knocked the thing out the way. I bought these, and they have metallics
Mhm.
in them. And then this is 10 classic colors, 10 metallic colors. And then I got these, which I love this box. I think it's adorable. And so yeah, but they really, I'm thinking, well, really, I already have some of these, really, kind of. I haven't used these yet. I really like how they look. I'll say that. But then when I realize it, it's like, wait a minute, I have those, what is it, basket or whatever. What is it? These things. I said, well, these things look like, they look just like these. Oh, hoo hoo, that's what they are. Oh, hoo hoos. They look just like these as far as the tip.
Yeah,
So
that's what I'm using now. Hmm.
okay. So I was like, well, why did I buy those then? It's not, when I heard acrylic pens, I guess they're not what I thought. I don't know. I don't understand, I guess, all the materials and stuff, what they're made up with. Because when I was taking a painting class a decade ago, 2 decades ago, actually, that's crazy that it was that long ago. Anyway, um, one, because of some fine detail I had in one of my projects, the professor said, suggested that I use um, a paint pen, an oil paint pen for part of it. And so I guess that's what I was thinking, like an acrylic pen was, that it was like acrylic paint, but in a tube, just like the oil painting pens, those were like that, but it's not the same thing. So I learned my lesson, I guess, but I don't know. I do like how these pens look, and I like the box they're in. I'll say that much.
Okay, so I've got my Ohuhu markers instead of 100. They are watercolor ones, but they have so many different varieties of all this stuff. It's very confusing.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I think it seems like the ones I have are watercolor because they do seem to be, I don't know, somewhat water soluble. I don't know. Let me read it. So now I'm learning to pay attention more to like the properties of some of these things so that I get what I really need.
Hmm.
What's this? It just says color markers. So it says color markers. I'd have to look at my. I don't know. I'd have to look at my Amazon order history to see what the thing actually says. But,
Oh, the noise. That's
oh, I'm
good
sorry.
ASM. No, it's good ASMR.
Oh, it's a nice zipper. That's a nice case. Really
Hmm.
nice case.
Very
Um,
nice.
yeah. So those are my latest acquisitions. Then I
Oh,
heard
hmm.
somebody else talk about blender pens about Karen Dash blender pens. Here comes some more ASMR.
Hmm.
But I haven't even opened this yet. Are these the ones? Yeah. And they called it Splendor Blender, and I don't know if that was her nickname for it or what. Because then I went looking all over for that because she was talking about how it blended, and so yeah, I went looking for that, and I bought them.
Let me
So
see it.
um
Oh yeah, I got that.
yeah, because I have blender pens, but I don't have this brand, and something she was saying about how these worked
I like them.
appealed to me.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I like those. They really make the work look different. Um, it blends it, and then it also adds a little shine to it too, depending on which pencil you're using it with.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like those. They're pricey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. But they're nice.
And I have another one too that I still have to open the package. I'm so bad. But Amazon must love me. And the drivers hate me. Like, we come into this house every day.
They're like, this bitch. I'm sorry, this lady
You know, you can
ordering
say
all
that.
this,
Shoot.
ordering all this stuff. Every time we turn around, we got to be bringing her some. Mhm. Why she can't just order everything at one time? Why we got to keep them up here every day? Like every day. And I think that's why my package was delayed because they wanted me to make my package to be delivered on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing was not ready. I ordered a little art bag, kind
Mm-hmm.
of like the one Kim has. And so that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't, they said, well, can you have this? Can you do this one on Friday and we'll give you a $2 locker or something like that? I said, no, I want it today on Thursday. No, just because I'm not paying shipping, I got free shipping. You ain't gonna do me like that. And sure enough, they did me like that. You know they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, I was like, you know what? I saw through it. You can even see, you could tell they did that because they purposely didn't update the shipping time or they didn't update anything. It's like that package sat there and waited till the other two packages met with it, and then now all of a sudden it's out for delivery at 10:13. I'm like,
Oh,
y'all are such liar. And I could always tell when they're doing that shit so that they can make few deliveries. They're if it's a day or two, they'll make you wait for those others so they can bring all of it at one time. They not
right.
slick. But see, if I'd have paid for that, I'd have really been mad. Because if you
Mm-hmm.
pay extra, you're supposed to get it when you're supposed to get it.
Yeah. I
They're
have a
not slick.
feeling you're gonna change something with that soon because
Hmm.
yeah, I use that a lot too. I'm like, no, I want it now. I want it
Hmm.
as soon as I can get it. Never mind that.
Right. Let me get something to drink because my you gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah, you do. Take your
Mhm.
time.
Yeah. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. Hold on.
Hmm. I'm starting to think that these things really are, they're like unbloomed flowers. Oh, excuse me. I'm starting to think that's what they are, so I'm just gonna go there. I never really, like I said, I never had daylilies in my yard, so I don't really know how they look when they. I used to get those magazines. Well, I used to get tons and tons of flower and plant um, catalogs for seeds for the plants themselves because I was insane with having flower beds. And I think I mentioned this before. When my cats and um, my dog died, I just didn't want to garden anymore. Particularly the cats, because the dog, she would. Me and the dog, we made peace because I finally just said, okay, this one garden bed, this is your hole. This is your hole. It's for you. I would even I would even put fresh dirt in it to freshen it up for her. That's like, I'm such a weird dog mommy. I mean, I really like, I gave up my house. I basically did give up my house for those animals. I did. Um and I think that's why I'm kind of, I don't talk a lot about the dog that we have now is because I thought that like finally I could have the house to myself. When there's a pet in my house, it's like it becomes their house. It just does. I just, at this point with living in the country, I feel like it's all about them, but then I don't get nothing that I want. And that's
Yeah.
why I have my painting room is because I have to focus on the dog, so he doesn't like loud noises. So remodeling is kind of like I don't even want to like go there because he'll be like flipped out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Very sensitive ears and stuff, and sensitive hearing, and he's like, oh, brother, I love you, but I really wish I had my house.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just weird. And most people, there'd be people that say, well, fuck the dog, do what you want to do. But I can't do that because I don't know, I'm just very sensitive to them. I feel like God gave us these creatures to be good stewards of them and to take good care of them and give them a good life. And I can't help it. When they're here, it's all about them. So, so I'm cleaning all the time too, which means like, that because I don't, having an animal, he's mostly indoors. So yeah, I'm cleaning all the time. That should be enough. That should say it all.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So just like I said, I won't bake anything that has to do with dough that I have to make. Like I won't make pies from scratch. Nope, won't do it. Because if I have it, to me, it's like this the way animal hairs are. No matter how much you clean, you can find one anywhere. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
nope, I'm not baking something, and I'm not giving it away to somebody and have them find a dog hair in it. Nope.
Oh my goodness, no.
Yeah, that would like no, I'm not doing that. I mean, I haven't found any in my food, but then like maybe I could be used to it because I just have a dog around and I don't see it. I don't know. I sure hope not, but like I said,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning, I'm like really like cleaning all the time because like I can't deal with that. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, at
it's
least you're conscientious of it. Some people are not.
yeah. So I just yeah, so it's kind of like this mixed bag. It's like I love the dog, and then it's like I really want my house.
Mm-hmm.
House. So I don't know. Plus, also the idea of having to deal with another animal passing is not anything. I can't. That's hard. So and I know it's coming unless I go first. You know. So, but I think I have a lot of practice at it now. So I guess that's one good thing with it. But it's not
So,
fun.
so we got a Shakuri board coming up. Oh no, actually, I'm gonna be a judge on a brunch contest on
Oh,
Sunday.
okay. Oh,
Hmm.
It's Sunday.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Let's
So
see,
that's
what's
on
today? 17th?
Sunday.
I think it's the 19th.
So and the charcuterie one is tomorrow at 3.
Hmm.
Oh, Carrie has one at 8 o'clock tomorrow in the morning
Yeah, I
for
started
the
to join that one, but
I wanted, let me tell you, I was thinking, I said, you know what? If that's one to join, I would join. I wish I were like, could have, because all things be going through my head when I see that.
hmm
All kinds of things. So I almost said, like, if you want help writing yours, just ask me. But, like, I didn't have time for that.
yeah, because I'm like I would like to write it with somebody, or because to me, mine would be two people speaking. One would be the
Mm-hmm.
voice of Wilson, and then one would be the voice of Lyric. So I hope somebody thinks of that. That's why I was like, who can I get to do that with? I'm like,
so you forgot who the bitch in the house is.
mhm. Yeah, right. I ain't forgot about your ass. Put the motherfucking dumbass boots on me. Now take this shit here. This how my paw's supposed to feel on the ground, bitch, as I slap across your face. You make Mark leave.
You ran
You
my
ain't my
daddy off.
daddy. You ain't my daddy.
You ran my daddy off. You ran my daddy off.
Mhm. Got these people on YouTube talking shit about me. I'm a dog. all damn time. I swear I'm taking you back to the pound. I don't give a fuck. Slap.
I do want to know what was in Lyric's mind. What was in her mind? Because I think
Cause
it's a
that was like a
he or
smack, like
she.
a per, like Lyric had seen that smack before.
Because like I know dogs like to play. Like
I
some
never seen
dogs
a dog
are
smack.
playful, but that looked. I don't know. That was like I don't know. It's like where'd that come from? Because like I know he doesn't play with her like that. So I don't know. She was bold. She
She
had
was sick
enough.
of his ass. Mm, that's what she was. She was sick of him, and she was
Oh,
waiting for her opportunity to get back at him.
I know
And
you
she
don't like
found
me.
it, huh?
He probably was saying, I know. She probably was saying, I know you don't like me.
Hmm.
I know
She
you be
just got
pretending.
me
I
to.
know you don't like me. So this is what you get.
Hmm.
Whap
Just
whap.
got me to for pity. You got me for to click in the view.
Yes, I'd be ready to take that dog and say, "Here, come live here." That's how you get in trouble. Here, come live here. I'll take care of you. You can't do everything you want, but you can do most things as long as it, you know. Oh, I can't stand when like animals beg for food. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like spoiled animals and spoiled kids. So it's like
Mhm.
I'll give him things, but like I put him in. I try most of the time I put him in his dish just so
Okay,
he knows.
yeah, so he know right, and that's that. When that's done, that's done. I
Yeah,
went to somebody's house and they put all the plates on the bowl on the floor and all the dogs came out and ate them. I tried out and threw up, and they didn't. This was before dishwashers.
see, mm, my husband does that. Like he'll cut meat and then he'll put
Mm-hmm.
the plate down on the floor, and I'm just like so grossed out. It just
Mm-hmm.
you don't know how much hot water and bleach I use after that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they don't think anything about it, so you can't really say anything. It's like, okay, well, shit.
Yeah, it's like I don't think that they're not supposed to mix dog
Yeah.
germ. They're not supposed to mix. No,
Mhm.
but yeah, it's hard. I'm too like a little too anal retentive for this. Like but I still,
Mhm. Oh, you
but
just pick your battles, and that ain't a battle really for you to be.
right, that's pretty much what it is. It's like I pick my
Hmm.
battle, and so
Yes, I'm going to do 2 weeks of Camilla. I'm thinking about getting one of her books. I saw this on used books in Amazon for $8.41, when it's normally like $13 to $16. And
oh
Amazon used is really means it's not it's just been returned. It's not colored in or anything. Normally
oh
that's what theirs mean.
mm-hmm.
It says acceptable or good, one or the other. Have you ordered any used returned books from Amazon?
Not coloring books, no.
Mm-hmm.
So does it come from Amazon or is it usually from like one of their like like how the
Mm-mm.
bookstores would be associated, like where
Mm-mm.
you can buy?
Amazon. Mm-hmm.
Oh
No, it
really?
comes straight from Amazon, huh? Because Amazon sells a lot too. So if you buy a
Oh.
book that you get from Amazon and and you don't like it, you send it back to Amazon. You know, certain
Mm-hmm.
books they take back. Um, it just means that it's not, like I said, brand new, but it doesn't mean that it's trash, that it's been colored in.
Oh.
I think some people buy stuff and then Xerox it and then send it back.
Yeah, that's awful too.
Yeah, we all know that. The people do that with clothes. They'll buy
Yeah.
clothes, leave the tags
Oh,
on, and then take it back to the store. Hmm.
ugh. That's one thing that makes me want to make my own.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want anything anybody else wore.
I'm also gonna color the inside cover of this book. It's blue, but I don't care. I just like it.
Oh, where is it? The inside cover.
Like they have
Oh,
those.
that's the inside cover.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Because it
This
looks
is the
white.
sleep. Hmm.
It looks white.
Mm-mm, it's blue.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pretty. But I like the fact that she has it on here and we can color it. Is anything on the back of it or is it just more rainbow? And then even this, you can color this if you want to. Shall I gonna get that inspirational? I don't think I
oh,
have. But you never know.
those seahorses.
Uh-huh. They're
Oh,
so
neat.
cute. Hmm. Well, at least my hands don't hurt as bad. I gotta wear these. So this is a plus.
Mm-hmm.
Every day
So,
for 3 weeks, and then after that, every day just nighttime.
okay.
So it takes away some of the pain. It really does.
Hmm. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you got your shot?
No, this
Oh,
new rheumatoid arthritis doctor doesn't want me on shots. She wants to test this theory out first to see if the 6 weeks of these thumb stabilizer things. I'm gonna tell you, I
mm-hmm.
took this cough syrup not too long ago, and I am high. I'm sleepy and high. I know it says it's gonna make me dizzy, but I'm telling you, I am sleepy and high at the same time.
Wow.
Um, I gotta go lay down. I'm gonna put you on my phone. Oh no, wait, I
Okay.
can. No, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna put you on my phone and take you in there. Take you in there on my phone, or
Okay.
just watch you on the phone. Yeah, because I think if I log off on here, I won't be able to log back on. Girl, I feel like immediately my body is like, lay down and go to sleep now.
Oh, wow. Well, do it
Mhm.
then. Because that
Okay.
might be one of the things that thing is for, is to help you get rest.
Hmm. Yeah, because I really didn't get a lot because I was coughing. But oh my God, so maybe my body is like, okay, now, girl, if you go to
Yeah.
if you leave now, you can get some sleep.
Get
I
it
feel like
while the
I just
getting
smoked like
is.
9 joints, huh?
I say get it while the getting's good.
Yeah. All right, so I'll connect again with you tonight, okay?
Okay.
All right, okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care.
All right, I will. Let me go ahead. Let me go.
Good to see you and hear you. Glad you're doing well. I'm just coloring along. Let's see. That's kind of looking neat. I kind of like that. Let's see something. It's like letting the page speak to you. Letting the page speak to you. Some dots. Yeah, these little dots here, that makes me think that these are daylilies, because daylilies have those little specks in them. So that makes me think these are daylilies. One thing that daylilies are kind of nice because they just they come up on their own every year, and they're kind of like a no fuss kind of plant. Um, I almost thought about getting some since I'm not spending as much time in the garden or anything. They'll just come up on their own every year and just weed, and that's it. But in some ways, I've been kind of haven't wanted to get any and put them in because back when I was doing a lot of gardening, we had a mail lady um, who her daughter was getting married, and she had, well, this was before her daughter was getting married. She had a lot of daylilies in her garden, tons of them, like all different kinds of varieties and stuff. And just before her daughter was getting married and they were going to do pictures in her backyard, um, some kind of, I don't know, some kind of bug or virus or something attacked all her daylilies and like killed a lot of them off and stuff. And um, she had to do stuff to like, try and replace them with another plant and all this other kind of stuff. And yeah, she told me like all about it because like, she used to stop when she delivered the mail and we'd always talk about, the garden and stuff like that, flowers, plants, all that. And yeah, so I don't even know what it was that got to them because I'd never heard of that before. I thought daylilies were pretty resistant to like everything, but like I said, I don't know that much about them. And yeah, so I'm wondering, well, she doesn't live, and she didn't live too far away from me. So I'm like, I don't know if some things are like in the area and if it's just a thing that like suddenly now is here, that if I put in daylilies, it'll just take them all out like that. Nothing worse than like, putting in effort into something and then something like that comes along and destroys it. It's like horrible. So yeah, it's like yeah, I don't know how I feel about the new plant thing altogether because I know I went through a whole lot of stuff over the few years with plants I put in the yard. Like I did this thing that's called winter sowing, which you can find online. I'm not sure where any of the forums and things are now for that. I know that Houzz, Houzz, I think that's where the forum that I started went over to, because the forum was originally called Garden Web, and it was on, what was the name of the whole? I think it was just Garden Web was the name of the site, and then there were different forums on that site according to, like anything, like for people who wanted, for landscaping, for people who lived in the specific growing zones or whatever, for people that were in Europe or, other areas of the world, their gardening, for people who saved seeds, for people who did specifically vegetable gardening, herb gardening, whatever. Things for like specific flowers, like the orchid forum or something like that. Indoor gardening, all that kind of stuff. And I think that all moved over to Houzz, Houzz, and I did like sign up or move over when they moved there, but I really haven't been on there that much because I haven't been gardening. Um, so, but so I think that's where the winter sowing forum went to. And let me tell you something that like I had a black thumb before I found out about winter sowing. When I found out about that and then I tried it, I think what was the first year I tried it? 2004, 2005, or I know 2007 was a big year when I really went in. And I had spreadsheets of the stuff that I had planted from seed doing winter sowing. And basically what you do is, and like I said, I had a black thumb. I couldn't grow anything and I even killed indoor plants. I just killed everything. It just wasn't worth it. I had one plant that I had from where I used to work before I met my husband, and it's a philodendron, and it was there at the place where we worked, and the woman that would take care of the plants would always bring us the clippings, and so we all had some of those clippings on our desk in a thing of water. Well, I had taken mine and planted them, and then I brought that plant here when I moved here, and now it's split. Like I don't even know. I have two plants of it. And I could probably have more if I really had paid, had thought of it. But sometimes I just let it die off or just clip it off and just throw the things away. But that was the only plant that I had that I could ever grow. Um, so when I started doing winter sowing, um, I in my garden exploded, and I made more garden beds because there were all different things that I discovered. Like, well, let me try this. Well, let me try that. Let me try this. Um, I didn't know anything about gardening at all, really, and doing that, like, that's how I learned. That was how I learned. The people on that forum that were very helpful, and just growing things from seed via winter sowing is like, um, even somebody with a black thumb can do it, because that was me. Um, I grew things that, like, people even like would try to grow indoors. People who, like, are used to like planting seeds inside, starting them from inside and stuff. Things that they may have tried years and years and years and couldn't get it to work. If you live in the right zone for it, um, it just seems like, I don't know. It's a very natural process that a seed goes through, where it, like, things with it needing to be, oh, what's that word? There's a word for it. See, I've been out of it for so long, I can't remember the word. But there's some stratification. That's the word. Some seeds need that stratification where it kind of like, it'll pull a seed out of dormancy. Um, so whereas if you tried to start it indoors, I don't know, you might have to jump through several hoops and do I don't even know what for it. Sometimes I think people would even put the seeds in the freezer for a certain amount of time, for a certain amount of months, to get it ready to be planted, started indoors. Well, if you do winter sowing, that it does winter does all that for you. Um, and yeah, so I'm not really explaining it very well, but I say go to the forum. But all I did, let me just tell you what you do. And this is the minute I want to start up my garden again, this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not going to Lowe's to buy a bunch of plants. I'm going to go and buy my seeds from the seed catalog. And what you do is you get a jug, an old milk jug, and you put some holes in it in the bottom for drainage. You cut the jug so that it opens up, kind of like, well, I say Grover because, like, that's how old I am. Grover from Sesame Street. So it looks like Grover's mouth, you cut the jug like that so that it opens up. So I guess you'd say Elmo. Most people know who Elmo is. Elmo to me is just like they painted Grover over and changed his whole personality, and I don't like that. But anyway, cut it in half like that, like a Muppet. So the mouth opens like a Muppet. Put some potting soil in there. Or some growing mix. I used to use, probably the first few years I used potting soil. And I'd say don't use the ones that had the fertilizer in it. Just use the plainest as you can get. That's why I say get grow mix. And then you wet the soil, and I had all these things in my sink. It was pretty funny because it was the only place I could do it. Um, and so you wet the soil down in the jugs, and then throw the seeds on top. And the lid of the jug, like the because you have it, like, looking like a Muppet, it pretty much seals itself and like closes up on itself. So the soil is in the bottom half, and then the top of the jug is covering the bottom of the jug. So it's like the jug is there, it just has a lip in the middle. It's cut in the middle. But you just take them like that, put them right in the snow with the jug, like looking like a jug. And I would stick them in the snow banks. Just stick them in there. When the snow, they'd get covered with snow when it snowed some more. When snow was melting, they just fall down according to, like, the snow slowly melting, and wind up being, sitting on the ground. When it gets to be like when the temperature starts to change, like in March. Actually, I had some things that sprouted, I think. Well, I don't know if I had anything sprout. No, I didn't have anything sprout in February. But I did have to start keeping an eye on them in March, from the beginning, all of March, basically, depending on how many warm ups we had. And things will start sprouting. Not everything, but everything just starts to sprout in its own time. When it's ready, when the seed's ready, it just does it. And it's really amazing. And when the first thing that sprouted for me, of course, which is usually the first thing that sprouts for everybody, is the lettuce. And we always would encourage people to winter sow lettuce, because that's the first thing that shows you that, this does work. And that enabled me to actually have fresh lettuce before other people were even thinking of putting their garden in. Hey, Bubbles, you can come up if you want to. If you can, let me know. So, yeah, it was really cool. I had lettuce in March that was growing. That is the only thing that would stop it, is like how soon can I get to put them in the ground. But yeah, so I love winter sowing. It's the easiest way to start a plant. I started perennials. Perennials are really good for me because of the growing zone I'm in. But perennials are good for winter sowing anyway, because they tend to need the stratification more than even annual seeds, I think. And yeah, I grew like this thing called a stilby, and I'm probably not saying the name right because I never did. Delphinium. For the first time, I grew these plants that I never even knew existed before in my life, but now they're like my favorite because they remind me of the Wizard of Oz. And that's lupine. I had lupine in all different colors: purple, pink, mauve, I don't know, just all different, red. Um, just incredible. I love them things so much. White. Um, oh my god, I love lupine so much. And they have these leaves that look kind of like palm leaf like or whatever. They're just really cool. They look like they're from something from outer space or whatever. But I grew that. And I still have some coming up in my yard from me winter sowing it like years ago. It reseeds and comes up again, and some of them are perennial and just, come up again. I think it's like a short-lived perennial, so it'll come up on it for a few years, the same plant, but it also disperses a lot of seeds. So when that one is done coming up again and again, you get other ones that come up from the seeds it drops. So I don't know if Bubbles saw me there, so I'm just going to do it here, except I can't type. Bubbles. I've been typing all day, I think, too, so I'm kind of like my fingers aren't working no more for that. They decided just to stop working for that purpose. But yeah, what else have I grown? I really grew some incredible things from that. Incredible to me. Trying to think what else. I mean, I just grew so many. I was growing things I didn't even know what they were. I just looked at the picture and I saw it and kind of looked at the zone that it's for and everything. I said, okay, I can do that, and I did it. let's see, bee balm, butterfly bush, which like I actually still have butterfly bush that's coming up in my yard because I don't know, it shows up in the weirdest places. It just pops up where it wants to. That's kind of a short-lived perennial too in my yard, but it always winds up popping up somewhere in the yard because I think because of the seeds, they disperse, and so which is nice because the butterflies really like that. I'm doing good. I'm really happy because I am off for a week. I don't have to go back to work until the 27th. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited. How are you doing today? Yourself? You have to work today? Are they treating you right over there? Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, poppies. I did like real poppies, like perennial poppies, and I have one of those that still comes up every year, and it's like peach color, a dark peach, and it has a black center. That thing is so beautiful, and it looks like when it comes up every spring, it looks like pods from outer space because it has like this really big pod that's like this. I don't know if I'm doing that. How to do that? Like I don't know, like this. It has a pod like that, and several of them that come up on it, and yeah, it's really pretty. And I had other ones too. That I had a white one, and I had some other colors too. But it's that peach one that is like hardcore. I've had that. That's been there for like at least 10 years, probably more than that. Ah, Pokemon. Yeah. A view is taking a nap too because she took some cough medicine, and she said it made her high and it made her sleepy at the same time. So she's listening in and napping. So I hope your family member or whoever it was that was in the hospital is doing better too. So yeah, I'm kind of hyped now because I was like, yeah, I got a week off. I got a week off. I'm like really like kind of beside myself with that. Like, I mean, I don't know. I just because I can maybe I can clean my desk. I don't know. We'll see. Some things I do want to organize this week, but I'm trying not to say how much I want to do this week and then like hype myself up with that and then like not get to do any of it. So I need a darker color to put in here to make that pop. Oh dear, not pneumonia. Oh wow. Did I get a pneumonia shot? I don't know if I got one or not. Yeah, you start getting older and then they start adding all these shots to things you should get. And it's like, I don't know if they told me I could wait. They might have told me I could wait because I had one and it was like 10 years ago or something. Or they say it lasts 10 years or something like that. So, wow. Don't like the pneumonia thing. Oh, no. Oh, oh, oh. This stupid screen. What's it doing? Well, I'm glad that he's out. Glad he's doing better. I don't know why when I talk, I have like that thing they call vocal fry. I do that on here, and I'm like, why do I do that? That's weird. You get that like little like roughness, like at the end of your voice or whatever. They call it vocal fry. That's weird. I'm trying to talk normal. I want to talk normal. I really do. I don't know if I want red for this. That might be too much. Maybe not. I kind of like that. So yeah, winter sowing. Look it up. If you have always killed plants, thank you. Yeah, working on it. Doing something different. I was trying to do some different materials. playing around with the watercolor pens. So trying to get out of doing the same old thing. But I can't always do that because sometimes it's like I just want to color. I don't want to think about whether I'm doing this, that, or the other. But I did this thing today because stupid Microsoft Edge keeps prompting me to try their AI. Okay, now that's getting too red, but I'll go over it, I think. Maybe I need to find a different red orange or something. And where is it? I said, because they keep bugging me every time I sign on to it. Oh, try our new AI, blah, 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 blah. So, oh, I wonder if I can print it. Can I print it? Yeah, let me see. Feel free to print this out and let your, well, where can I? Now, I told them to print me a coloring page. Because I thought they were saying that the thing was an image, that it would create an image. So I thought, oh, well, so I can create my own AI coloring page, right? Well, it didn't do that, but it's interesting what it did do. So I'm gonna print that out. How long have I been on here anyway? Not that I care. I don't really care because I got a week off. I'm so stupid. Okay, so this is what it did. Oh well, damn, that's not like it. That's not helping me. Oh my gosh, what does this say? Page 2 of 30. What kind of mess is that? Hold on. We gotta do that again. I did download it. Where did I put it? Now there's a question. Where did I put it? Oh goodness. I thought this said if let's download it. Download it. Microsoft Word. Oh, that's why. So now we gotta go through that whole mess. Hold up. I got this. Okay, so let me see what happens when I print it here. It's so weird when you get used to working in Google Docs. It's strange to go back and work in Microsoft Word. I had to do that today, and I was like mad because it wouldn't let me download my document. But there's no reason for me. Well, you can't download your document in Microsoft Word, so it was like I don't know. I was going through all these like mental changes because I couldn't do that. And I just copy and pasted everything I typed into Microsoft Word. I went and pasted it into a Google Doc so I could download it. I don't know, just like I didn't even know if that made sense or not. I just did it. It's like whatever. I don't know. Just let me get this done. Okay, so this is what I did. And you see here it says on the top, Bing, powered by AI. So it doesn't show my question. Well, you suck. Why didn't you show my question? I gotta go ask it. Yeah, it didn't show my question. That's a part of it, Bing. Oh, here it is. Okay, why can't I? Okay, I want my question. Let me type. I gotta paste that into the document too. So I said to them, create an adult coloring page of an African American woman dancing with a Jamaican woman, a Native American woman, a Filipino woman, and a Korean woman. I don't know. I'm just making this up off the top of my head. Don't read anything into it. Ain't nothing about it. Just, not you, Bubbles, but anybody who might happen to watching the replay or whatever in the bushes. I ain't trying to do nothing. I'm just trying to see what this thing will do. Okay, so it says, certainly, and I wish I could make this bigger. Certainly. Here's an imaginative adult coloring page featuring these diverse and vibrant women dancing together. Like, really? Okay, and I wanted the image. I didn't want them to describe it to me. But that's okay if they describe it to me because it actually gives me something to draw, right? So I guess that's Anyway, so it says description. An intricate coloring page celebrating the beauty of cultural diversity. 5 women, each representing a different heritage, come together in a lively dance. Their flowing dresses, adorned with patterns and symbols, create a harmonious blend of colors. Oh, brother. Okay, so why don't I just get a Dover Creative Haven book and I'll be done with it, right? Anyway, sorry, that's my real self. I do have a lot of attitude. Anyway, so it says scene details, and it gives me 5 different details. So I kind of wanted them dancing together, and they didn't get that part, but whatever. Scene details: African American woman, graceful movements, her hair styled in braids adorned with beads. I've never worn my hair styled in braids adorned with beads, but like, okay, I guess I need to tell them that. Then they said wearing a traditional Ankara print dress with bold geometric patterns radiates confidence and strength. What is that about the strong black woman? They're buying into the stereotype. Okay, AI don't know no better. We got to teach it better. We are diverse. Anyway, Jamaican woman, swirling to the rhythm, her dreadlocks swinging. Not every Jamaican wears dreadlocks. When I was growing up, when I went to Jamaica in like the 60s and 70s, my mother would tug on me whenever a Rastafarian came walking by saying, they don't like children. She would tug on my arm. Don't look at them. Don't talk to them. They don't like children. Like they were going to eat us or something. Like, it's like the Rastafarians were kind of like hippies in America to some folks then. Anyway. And I've never had dreadlocks. Although I'm kind of thinking about it because with the way my hair is now, I think they would look really nice. But I can't commit to having my hair one way. I'm too like, I call my hair Sybil, and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, 3, Native American woman. Oh Lord. And now the indigenous people scream because I'm screaming with you on this one. Her moccasins, really, tapping the ground, honoring ancestral traditions. Moccasins. I don't think all Native Americans wear moccasins. Like, the fuck? Anyway, a feathered headdress and intricate beadwork on her dress, connected to the earth and its spirits. Okay. Next, Filipino. This might have thrown it a loop. They're like, Filipino? What do you mean Filipino? And you know what? I spelled Filipino with a PH. I just realized that. Okay. Grammar check. Okay, so Filipino woman, swirling gracefully, her hands forming intricate gestures, wearing a colorful turno dress. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to have to look it up. With butterfly sleeves, representing resilience and warmth. I don't know. I just remember when one of my cousins, he married a Filipino woman. She was really adorable, and they would go to my grandma's house, and on Saturdays, the day before Sunday, the day before church day, and my grandmother would have the hot comb on the stove, and she'd be pressing her hair, and they would be stopping by, like, and she was in the middle of pressing her hair, and my cousin's wife said to my grandmother, who just loved everybody everywhere, my cousin's wife said to her, "Oh, I'll burn your hair for you." That was so funny. I was like, really, that is what we're doing, burning our hair, but what? But she wanted to do something for my grandmother because my grandmother's just like, was a really, really loving person. Everybody loved her, so she wanted to do something for her, so she wanted to burn my grandmother's hair for her so she wouldn't have to do it herself. Anyway, okay, so Korean woman, gliding in traditional hanbok attire. I don't know what hanbok is either. I'm going to have to look that up. Her skirt billowing. Cherry blossoms and delicate embroidery adorn her outfit. expressing elegance and poise. Well, can a Korean woman be strong too? What the heck? Let's see. Oh, coloring tips. They're giving me tips. How many tips? Okay, not too many tips. Okay, coloring tips. Use warm tones for their skin, capturing the richness of melanin. Okay, so I think they caught on to what I was looking for here. Um, Experiment with vibrant hues for their dresses, reflecting cultural motifs. Add intricate patterns to their hair, jewelry, and accessories. Imagine the music playing, the beat that unites them all. That's kind of hokey, but that's kind of a good idea. While you're coloring one or while you're drawing one, play the music. Maybe it'll move you. Oh, okay. Flipping it over. There's page 2. Oop, there's page 2. Remember, coloring is a celebration of diversity, creativity, and shared joy. Enjoy bringing these remarkable women to life with your colors. Feel free to print this out and let your creativity flow. Okay. I wanted a picture, but that's okay. That gives me, I don't know. So I never thought of using AI as a drawing prompt. So that does make me think, even though I wanted a picture, it does make me think that of like, if you wanted to create a themed book in some kind of way, you could tell AI what you want, and I don't know, it'll give you a suggestion. You might like it, you might not. Jamaican woman. By the way, my grandmother didn't have dreadlocks either. So she wore a big skirt. Like, I don't know what she had under her skirt. It was almost as though it was like she had several skirts on, and I don't know what the name of that is. I was young then, so I didn't even ask. I didn't even know. It's like that's my grand. Okay. I'm talking about my Jamaican grandmother now. I don't know. I don't know what it was called, but she lived in the mountains. Okay, and like she had a skirt that seems like it had several skirts under it, because it was like a inverted bowl or something almost, or inverted hood. I mean, it wasn't. It was like, I don't know. It wasn't round, but it was like really kind of full and went down, and like cotton or something. And it seemed like she had several of them and several aprons and stuff on. I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask Very Carey about that. What was that about? Was it just because she lived in the mountains, or I don't know? She always had jewelry on, like, I don't know, brass or gold, bangles and earrings, and she often wore a scarf because she worked a lot. She did, raising hogs and chickens and the fruit trees and things that were around, taking things to market and stuff. And um, yeah, so I wish I had gotten pictures of her back then, but I was too little, and I don't know. Like, my brother might have the pictures that my father took. So, but usually, like, whenever we were taking pictures, they took pictures when she was dressed up, like for church or something, which was a different outfit. I want to see her like how she looked every day, because that was really cool to me. I liked that. She looked kind of like a gypsy or something. Um, anyway, I'm just rambling on. It's like a ask me anything kind of day or something. I don't know, but yeah. So that's AI. AI didn't make me a real coloring page. It told me how I could draw one, or gave me prompts for creating one. So I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna see if I can get an actual um image out of it, like for free. But um that's interesting. I may play with that more. I don't know. Because I kind of want to draw it myself. I don't want to. I don't know. What is that? Where did that come from? What is this thing telling me? I don't like what's going on with I don't know how I feel about being in this AI experiment. Having it be through them, I don't know. It just feels kind of chintzy. It cheapens it somehow to me. I hope they're not listening. But yeah, it just, I don't know. I see good uses for it, and I don't know. Making it like, I don't know, like AOL.com for a very ironic kind of comparison seems weird to me. So, I don't know. We're always creating things before we realize what the impact of those things are going to be. Human beings are very strange that way. So, don't let me get philosophical because then it gets too much like work. Even though I kind of do that naturally, but let's not. I really don't care what I do on here today, obviously. I'm just being myself. I think I miss my best friend, too, on a serious note. And I could talk like this with him. We were both could talk like this with each other. And we would get into this area of language where nobody else knew what we were talking about because it was very, I don't even know how to describe it. I don't know how that even happened between us. I don't know that I'll ever have anybody who's like that in my life ever again. I don't know. I don't know. When I think about it, it's like we were blessed to have each other. Because it's like I don't know. I guess that's why we saw each other as like a brother and sister and never saw each other any other kind of way. Is because it was like we had always been around each other forever. We had almost had a secret language that we didn't even try to build. It's just we talked the same way and thought the same way. So I do miss him. I also realize that now it's like, okay, that I need to, his job was over, my job isn't. And so I got to keep doing my job. And continue his part of the job that maybe he left with me, which he did. One of which is paying attention to Mopar cars. Something I never would have had if I hadn't met him. Wouldn't have known anything about them at all. So, well, that's interesting. That changed that flower. There's no turning back. That just is what it is. This seems like it's overpowering this blue one now, which makes me like, okay, I gotta do something. Which makes me think, okay, I need to kick the colors in this one. That StreamYard banner, is that really in the way for everybody like it is for me? I need to kick this one up a notch, too. I have to say, one thing with this AI thing here, I gotta look up what is a turno dress? What is hanbok attire? What if I made them all like you know what? I don't know that I want to make them that by their clothes. But moccasins. I don't know. I'm not Native American, but I find that offensive. moccasins. That's one thing about trying to do things artistic or image-wise that's representative. How do you keep from being stereotypical with it, but then also have the image be identifiable as what you want it to be identifiable as? At what point does it become stereotype, and and at what point does it become, I don't know, what do we call it, semiotic signification, something? Yeah, I'm thinking too hard. I can't help it. Like I said, I can't help it. And I'm back at this flower again. I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing, but I'm continuing. Continuing. Something else I did, if you're not tired of me talking, is I started back with learning French, and I've been using Babbel, and I actually just bought the lifetime thing, because I figured it was worth it to me rather than having to pay monthly for it. I'd get more than I don't know. It was cheaper for me, and I would definitely get a lot of use out of just having it and just for life. So, and it was really inexpensive compared to, like, I don't know, probably like in, I don't know, 20 months, I would have paid the same amount that I had paid to just have it for forever. So why not buy it for forever? So I did, like, last year or a couple years ago. And and I hadn't been doing it for a while, in part because of the pandemic and all that stuff. But I started back at it a couple weeks ago because I discovered that I don't have to look at my phone anymore to do it, that I can actually do it on my PC. And that makes a huge difference for me because it's bigger print. And I can multitask better with it being on the PC. If I do it on my phone, then it's just on my phone. That's the only place it is. And it's easier for me to switch from one browser to the next to look at something than it is to switch from my phone to my PC to look at something. So I was very pleased to find that. And also pleased because I can actually, when you do the things that require, the exercises that require you to type your answers, to actually write out the answers, it's easier to do that on a computer keyboard than it is to do that on my phone and that, so-called keyboard. And that means that if I'm really going to be fluent in French, that's practice for just writing in French, which is my goal. To be able to read and write in French. There's some poetry that I want to read in French. I happen to love Baudelaire. And even though it's like in an old version of French, I will just, like, for years, I'll just be reading this stuff aloud, reciting it aloud. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. I only know what he's saying because on the other side of the books that I have, they have the English translation. But I like reading it in French. And just saying it aloud. There's something about the language that I just really like. And so, yeah, so there's that. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. I'm glad to be learning French again. Although I kind of wish I could go back a lesson because I forgot so much from the previous lesson that I had before the one I'm on, but I'll just keep reviewing in the review portion of it until I get it down. Okay. I'm really liking how that's looking, and I don't even know how I'm doing this. I'm just like, oh, this was not planned. Like I said, I'm just, whatever. Let's do this thing. So there's that guy. I think, how long have I been on? Does this thing even say? Almost 2 hours? I don't know why it feels like it's longer. Like, it feels like it probably should have been longer or something. I don't know. Because it's dark outside. It's dark as heck. It's nighttime. Wow. But it's only 5:21. Let's see. I think I'm gonna leave that alone for a little bit. What color is this? I'm using my Kalour pencils. What does this say? I thought that said Freak Red. I don't think that's what that says. Freak Red. No, it says Fresh. Does it say Fresh? I need my glasses. Freak Red. Hi. No, it says Fresh. Fresh. Not Freak. Hey, Blue Skies. Good evening. How you doing? I never figure out what to do these things are. Yes. This is a view had the what's her name? The Doristos or whatever book. And I have it's a Beauty and Beast or something like that book by Diane D'Erico, I think it is. And then I have Summer Nights by Hanna Karlzon, and I'm coloring this particular page because one day when me and View were going through it, we were going to color a page together, and so we picked this one, and so I'm working on that now. A View is taking a nap, but she might be listening in, or she might be sound asleep, which would be good because she's not feeling well. She's got the thing. So she's recuperating from that. Thank you. I got my shot for the thing like in, what was it, late September, early October, because where I work there's too many people with cooties that I was like, I'm not getting, nope. So I got my shot early. And as soon as they said, yeah, it's available, yep, you can get it, and I saw it at my local Walgreens, I set my appointment, flu shot and that. Can we get it together? Yeah, okay, I'm doing it. Yeah, mine too. My arm swelled up more than it ever has. Ever. I was like, what the heck? And it was like, there was like this big red patch that was like this on my arm for like a week or something like that. And it itched. I was like, well, I guess the vaccine is vaccinating because it was definitely doing something. Yeah, me too. I got the Moderna. So, yeah. I was glad to get it though, because it's like, I don't want nothing. And I also got the I noticed yeah, it was like red and itchy, and that thing was like a big old lump. I was like, goodness, that's a lot going on. So yeah, so I guess that's something that's going to be with us now, and hopefully it won't get won't get like it was at first. We won't get any mutations that take us into that territory again, because Lord have mercy, I'm still trying to recover from everything that the first shutdown did. My room hasn't recovered. The desk room I'm in now, that hasn't recovered from it. My desk has not recovered from it. It's just like, it was like everything was a make it work moment during that shutdown, that it was just insane. I've not recovered. People at my job haven't recovered from it yet. We're still seeing effects from it with the people we work with, and there's a lot going on. I don't want to go back to there. But at least if we do now, I have the technology to do what I gotta do and the know-how. So it was like trying to get everything, webcams, this, that, and get this to do this, that to do that, and how do you do this for them with this? And child, and just feeling like all along that you're just failing. You're just failing. That's how we were all feeling. We're just failing at this. This is one big failure. And we made it through. We're all, gray if we didn't have gray. We got it now. And one thing though, I lost 20 pounds during the pandemic, during the shutdown. I lost 20 pounds. And I'm trying to keep going, but because I really want to lose another 20. That's my goal. But it's now, other things have gotten in the way of that. But I know folks tell me you need to exercise. I hate exercising. It has to come natural. Yeah, I could see that. I think the reason why I lost weight was because that was when I started doing that purple carrot box, and I was also doing Noom, Noom. I was doing that at the same time. I actually had started Noom in September of that year, September of 2019. And so that was helping me with figuring out why I eat, what type of eater I am. And yeah, I guess I was like I don't know, I can't remember what it was, but kind of absent-minded. Because I wasn't enjoying what I was eating. I was just eating it because I had to eat, and eating it because it was there. That was what was available, so I ate it, And then I also, a lot of times, I wasn't eating at all until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or later. So it was like one meal a day and then drinking coffee and all the time. I did the dinners. And I did order a couple of lunches because they looked almost like dinners. Like some of the things that had like the mozzarella things, and they're like those melt kind of things. Oh my gosh, they had a kind of grilled cheese melt thing that, like, it sounded weird, but it was so good. It had like it had apricot preserves, and cream cheese, and what do you call it when you get the caramelized onions? That's what it had in it. That thing was so freaking good. And it's not anything I would have thought of to make at all. And I'd be kind of like, what? But because they sent it to me and it's in the box, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to make it. And it was really good. I need to find that recipe too, because I'll make it again. Yeah, so I did the purple carrot box for pretty much all of the pandemic. Because then too, I was home. And so, I could prepare it. I could do that in between, like what I had to do with my job. So, I'm not really vegan. Like, I just ate beef yesterday, and I ate chicken. What is it? Popcorn chicken today. So, but I feel better when I eat vegan. And if it were me by myself, I probably would eat more vegan, although nobody's going to stop me from having a cheeseburger every once in a while because I love a good cheeseburger. And every once in a while, I love a nice burnt hot dog or a fried bologna sandwich with the bologna burnt. Or, ooh, this sounds good. Or, I don't know if I can eat that now with my braces, but the hot pastrami sandwich. There's some things that it's like, no, you're not gonna. No, I'm gonna eat it. If I feel like that, if and that I'm around that, I'm gonna eat it. It's just that I won't eat it like every day or anything like that. Um, but something does happen with your taste buds. Something happened with my taste buds when I started eating vegan, that the more I ate it, the more I got used to the flavors and the textures, and I wasn't missing eating meat. I wasn't missing it at all, even though like I would eat meat if I wanted to, but I really kind of didn't want to because this stuff tasted so good. Because they really in the recipes they build up the flavors, that whole umami thing, so that every layer there is flavor. And one thing I don't like about them now, and I got to kind of get used to, is that they don't do everything from scratch like they did when I was doing it then. Like they would actually give you the recipe and you were making pretty much everything from scratch. They didn't give you like, the only thing that they would send that was pre-made were like gnocchis, the little potato in the pasta things. And I didn't even really like those either. But I did like them when we put them in the oven though. They had these one things where it's like a whole sheet pan and you put everything on the sheet pan. I never knew you could do that with gnocchis at all. That you could put them on that you could fry them and have them get crispy on the outside. They taste really good like that. So, but yeah, I'm kind of like, if I'm going to have a gnocchi, I want one made from somebody's Italian grandmother, great grandmother, That's really how I want them, but that's not how I'm going to get them. Excuse me. So I recently put my subscription on pause because I don't have time to cook lately. So, and I've been using my Instapot, or not it is the same as the Instapot, my electric pressure cooker a lot. Because, like, you just throw everything in there and cook it all at once and it's done. I've been doing, like, a lot of rice things in there, and a lot of noodle and pasta dishes in there lately, just because I don't have a lot of time. So yeah, but and what else have I been? I don't know. It's been kind of weird. I've been eating a lot of. Well, I don't eat a lot really, but these things I discovered these things, and I think they had them at work. Um, they have these fig ones. This is like the brownie ones, and they're okay. But they have the fig ones. They're like raspberry and fig, and then blueberry and fig. Oh my god, they're so good, and they're filling. And there's like 2 in there, and I like split them up and split each one up into 4. It's something that I can eat when I have braces on too, because I can just like kind of use the roof of my mouth and my tongue to kind of smash it down and eat it. But anyway, I don't know how I got on that subject. But yeah, so I will start up my purple carrot again probably when I have time to cook again. Which I don't know. I may start it up like in December, between December and January for a bit. But I also have so many of the recipe books now because I did it for, what was it, 2 years, almost 3 years, maybe 3 years, that I have the recipes. So I kind of don't need, unless I need somebody to send me the ingredients, I don't really have to subscribe anymore to them because I can go out and buy the ingredients and make the recipe because I have the recipe from the recipe book from the original time I got it. And one of those things I really like from there is that beet burger. when they said beet burger, I'm like, how do you make a burger out of beets? Man, that thing is banging. That thing is banging. It is like incredible. The thing is, you have to have the right ingredients to get that flavor. But and it's not really that hard. It's just having the right thing. So and they actually mix that you cook the quinoa, you cook quinoa and mix it with the shredded beets. And then there's some other like spices or something you put in there. And then they have you make this aioli, which like I didn't even know really what aioli was until I subscribed to them. It's basically mayonnaise mixed with, I don't know, some other kind of sauce and spices and whatever. So that aioli also kicked that up a notch, and gave it a lot of flavor. They would always send you good bread. Like I think, what did they send with these? It was like some kind of, I don't know if it was brioche bread or a bun or something, but whatever sourdough bun or whatever bun they send, the bun makes a difference. So you don't want to put it on like a hamburger bun. You want it to be like some, zhuzhed up kind of bun because it adds to the flavor. Um, yeah, them things are good. They are so good. And I think they had red onion. You slice red onion on there. Um, yeah, those things are so good. I am kind of craving one of those. I really am. I have to make them sometime. Yeah, me too. And then it's kind of like it's not so. It feels like it's not so bad to be kind of decadent with your bread because you're eating a burger that's made of vegetables for God's sake. So it's like it balances out. I don't know. So it was, yeah, that thing is good. I do need to make one. And my husband's a real carnivore, and he loved them. He really did. He had no complaints. So, and it was always. This is another thing about purple carrot is everything. Most things were just so filling. And I got the box that was for two people, but we usually got at least 3 meals out of it, and sometimes more, because it was so filling. And that's the thing I learned from purple carrot is that food that has higher water content, if you eat food that has higher water content, you get full faster. So like, and it's not like it doesn't. It means then you don't not eat the other foods that don't have as high a water content, but you just eat more of the ones that have a higher water content. And then, yeah. And when I was eating that way, I was full when I ate. And I don't know, I just felt better. Between that and drinking a lot of water when I snacked, I would snack on grapes and nuts, grapes and walnuts in particular, roasted walnuts in particular. I love them things because they taste like something other than walnuts. They don't taste like walnuts anymore after you roast them. I don't know, something happens to them. Yep, you're welcome. And the grapes are very filling, the walnuts are very filling. So that was like my thing that I would munch on during the day. And grapes have a high water content. Yeah, yeah. It really did make a difference. It really did. And so like I dropped 20 pounds from eating like that. Um, and I enjoyed it. That's the good part because like I'm not a diet person at all. You tell me something that I can't eat this, and that's all I'm gonna want. Um, yeah, and I'm not a person like I gotta restrict this, restrict that. No, I don't do well with that at all. Don't tell me what I can't do. Tell me what I can do, and let what I can do be something that I like. And I love grapes, so that really worked for me. Um, yeah, and then just trying to stay away from um prepared foods of any kind. I don't care if it's vegan. If it's vegan and it's prepared food, I am either not going to eat it at all or I'm not going to eat much of it. Um very few exceptions on that. And the only exception is, and I wouldn't eat a lot of it either, were these things called Field. It was the brand, I think, is Field Roast. They have these Field Roast sausages of different kinds that are really good. But when I look at their contents, it's like, well, I don't know that I want to. It's probably better in some ways, maybe better than a hot dog, more versatile than a hot dog, but it's not something that I want to be eating all the time because it's really dense and it's processed, and in some cases, well, I'd rather just eat the meat. Um, but it seems like a kind of a good protein for every once in a while. Yeah, so and those field roast sausages, they really are good. I even tried their well, I did something interesting with it. I bought some what do you call it? The Mexican sausage. Oh my gosh, what's the name of it? I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, they have a brand of that as that kind of, I don't know why I can't think of the name of it. But anyway, and I actually used it, and I used it to make hamburgers with hamburger meat, with beef, and they turned out so good. They gave them so much flavor. They were really good. Um, but yeah. So Noom helped me, and their whole thing of eating foods with water content, with more water content, and kind of balancing out. They had this like scheme that like green were the things that had high water content, yellow were the things that were like, yeah, okay, have you can have some of that, but you kind of like you know have not as much of that as the green stuff. And then there were the red things, but it's like, yeah, they're good too, but you also want to watch how much you have and compared to the green things. So I always said to myself, green is good. It's not that the other things are bad, but green is good, and try and have as much green as possible. And then some red and some yellow, and just don't overdo it on them. I don't know. I need a big yes in my life. I can't have anybody saying no, 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 no. It doesn't work for me. So you're welcome. And I have like I would do Noom again, except like I some things with well, I didn't like when I had to stop at one time because it just like I was too busy and I couldn't do it. And then when I started over, they started me over, and I couldn't pick up where I left off. It's like, well, I don't want to go through this whole thing all over again. And yeah, I didn't like that part. I just wanted to start where, you know, I left off. I don't know. But it was good for me though. I will say that. I didn't like that they like wanted you to post in the group all the time, but in some ways it did help. But I'm not a group kind of person. I'm like, you know, I do what I got to do, and anybody tells me, oh well, starts trying to pump me up or whatever, any of that kind of fake hype shit. No, no, it's like no, you don't know who you're dealing with here. It's like no, you don't understand. I'm one of those people. No, you can't hypnotize them because I always have a big fuck you up in your face, like if you're trying to make me do something. So it's like, no, you don't know who you're dealing with. Don't even talk to me about exercise because I will do it when I'm ready to do it. I'm not ready to do it. I don't have what I need to have to do that. So don't talk to me. Like it's just like it's just how I am. It's just like no, don't. It's like, honey, don't waste your time, cause like this is who I am. I don't know. And I love exercising, but like I need the place, the space, um, and I don't know. There's something that I need. I don't know. It's something I'm still working on because I really do need to do that. But if I could, like, if I lived near a club and I could go out dancing, every weekend, you better believe that would be my exercise because that's always how I used to exercise. I never went to the gym. I went out dancing and all I did was drink water and the bartenders hated me, but it's like that's all I need is water. Oh wow. Oh, that's kind of neat. See, ours they pay and I don't know. I think some people around here are just weird. They're and like some of the men are just weird. It's like I don't want to have to be like looking over my shoulder, which is uncomfortable. I wouldn't say that I'm really scared because like you touch me and I'll kill you. It's like pretty much just like okay, that's crossing the line. So it's like like I don't know my limit. I'm just gonna go all in and like you're gonna have to live with the consequences. Because the nearest thing to me is going through you or over your head, and like you won't be able to go to the gym anymore, mister. So you better back off. I'm just not, but I don't want, I don't want to spend my life in that space. You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes some of these gyms you go to, you have to be there. People be looking at you and crap, and it's like, even when you ignore them, and they're looking at you and all that kind of stuff. So then you got to do something, and then I got to say something rude or whatever, and say, and I just don't want to be in that space because when I go there, I just go there. I don't, and I try not to do that. It's like, man, don't make me be mean, don't make me be evil, but I don't know. See, I feel myself ready to go off on that person now, whoever that fictitious person at the gym. I don't know, but actually a new gym opened up around here, and I have been eyeing it, and I gotta kind of check. I want to Google it and say, okay, like who started this one because it seems like it's a local thing, and we do know kind of quote unquote know some people who like personally who started buying businesses around here and starting businesses around here like about a decade ago. So I'm wondering if it's them that started this, and if it is them, then I don't know, I may start going there because I know their ethos and everything. I know how they roll and what their zhuzh is, and if somebody starts whatever with me, I know I can tell them, and they'll read them the riot act instead of me having to do it and show out in front of all these people, like, which I don't think I'm really embarrassed to do that, because to me it's like it's the other person that should be embarrassed, which like I'll point out when I tell them, you should be embarrassed. You're a slimy so-and-so. What kind of predator are you? Does your mother know you do this? Sorry. That's a nice thing I do. First embarrass them and then, like, hurt them. If I'm in the mood to like, slowly escalate instead of... Because your adrenaline gets up when you're exercising, so I might just be ready to punch somebody out. You never know. That's another thing I thought about, too. I wouldn't mind going somewhere like taking up boxing, but not boxing to box other people, but just to spar with the bag. I feel like I could do that. I don't know where I would go to do that, but I feel like I could do that. And I would kind of like that. That's almost like dancing in a way. Muhammad Ali danced. He said he was light on his feet. And my husband's probably downstairs cracking up. But he's seen me when I've gone off one time. Yeah, and he still married me after that, too. That was funny. I went after a bunch of guys that were outside in the middle of the night, calling the woman next door to us, the young woman next door to us, the C word. This is the middle of the night. I ain't had any clothes. I put on my robe. I tied my robe tight to make sure it wouldn't fall off. I went storming down the stairs and outside. I went off. I said, you got exactly 10 minutes to get out of here. After I told them everything else, I said everything else. You have 10 minutes to get your asses out of here. I'm calling the cops. And that's the easy part. Because if I have to come back out here, And I don't believe in guns. I believe in 2x4s and bats. Right? And it was funny because my husband says, "I'll go out. I'll go out." We weren't married at the time, and he says, "I'll go out. I'll go." I says, "No, I'm going out." And I pointed my finger like this. I said, "No, I'm going out." I was like, "Whoa," because it just came up out of me. It's like, "Oh, don't wake me up at like 3 a.m. or whatever, and you're yelling that C word in the middle of the night at somebody. I don't even know who that chick is, but no, not on my street, not near my house. You ain't doing that." And they did leave. I didn't have to call the cops. I did scare them. I think I scared myself. Well, no, I didn't, because I just was angry. I just know when I get there, I get there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't get me there. I don't know if this is dark enough, and I don't know if that's the right blue. It feels like it's blending in too much with that. I made a lot of progress on it, which is kind of nice. Because I was feeling a little bit like I didn't know where I was going with it. But I think I got somewhere. The only thing I think I don't want to lose, where is that? Is oh, all of a sudden I'm getting warm. Why am I getting warm? I don't want to lose this pencil and this one, because that's what I did this with. And I don't know if I'll remember that, but then I could actually write it down on this piece of paper that's right next to me. Duh. What does it say? I need glasses. Thank you. Brownish red. Aubergine. Okay, so I can put those away. So, it's been 2 hours and 23 minutes. Wow. Take care, blue skies. Yeah, I'm going to head out. So, that's it for me today. I will see you around blue skies. You have a good night and a good weekend if I don't see you, but I probably will see you, I think. Because I'm probably going to be on here for the next few days. So, doing stuff. So, take care. Anybody on the replay, thank you for watching. And have a good night, good weekend, good day. Bye-bye.